Welcome to Break a Wish, the podcast where all your dreams come true, but with terrible, ironic consequences. I'm your host, Maddox Campbell. On each show, we take a magic wish and try to come up with the perfect ironic cost. The idea is that knowing the wish's cost, it'd still be a tough call whether you take that wish or not. Last week we had, you're always a comfortable temperature, but the weather around you is always precipitation, rain, snow, etc. We had 73% reject this wish on Twitter and 100% reject it on the Facebook discussion group. Sounds like you guys have good circulation and love sunny days. For this week, it's another time where we're using powerful magic for trivial fun. Reddit user Carmen Sontang wished for shapeshifting. I'd waste it on making the perfect cosplays every time. I sit down with Isabel, Kanaan and Alia Rasul to play super-powered dress-up. We have a new wish coming in, but before that, let's meet who we're discussing it with. First, we have Alia Rasul.
Hi.
And Isabel, Kanaan.
Hello.
And the wish we're breaking down today is shapeshifting. I'd waste it on making the perfect cosplay every time. That's what the wish asker wanted, but we can really use our shapeshifting for whatever purposes most appeal to us, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
World domination.
How? What?
What do you mean, what?
What? You're just going to shapeshift into,
World
political
leaders.
Please give us
figures?
as much of your plan for world domination based on shapeshifting as possible right now.
Oh, really?
If you could.
Oh, okay. Well, I would shift into world leaders
Okay.
and influence policy. Isn't that
Okay,
how politics
see,
I feel like you're missing a step. I think you're going to 1, 2, 3 here.
See, this is why I think it won't work, because you still need to be that,
Do you?
Okay,
Are you
okay,
saying you still need to be a good leader and educated, really?
No, I'm just saying if you want to replace someone, you have to be near them and then knock them out in a broom closet and tie them up and take over for you can't just walk up to a government building.
You can if you shapeshift into someone they know. You know what I mean? Like their wives or their husbands.
Yes.
Right. So it's a multi-step. You have to first get into the building, because if their wife is there or if their wife is in a known location.
Oh, yeah. You need to kidnap somebody.
Oh, you have to kidnap people? No, that's
Yeah.
illegal.
There's definitely-
That's illegal.
I think impersonating any world leader is also illegal.
Really?
Pretty sure. I haven't checked with my lawyer, but it seems up there.
Well, I didn't realize we were doing practical plans today, so I will revise.
All right, well, we'll turn it around and pick on Izzy. What would you do with your power if you wanted to be a shapeshifter?
Oh, I would be whoever my partner's crushes.
Oh my
God. So I can be multiple people when I'm feeling whatever, Constance Wu. Boom, you got it.
You're going to be a shapeshifter and we're using it for role play.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like this would be a dangerous scenario because you have to hope that they'll be honest with you. Because what if they're into something that they're not willing to be honest about?
Hey!
Or you find out something that... Because once every door is available to you, you start opening some weird doors.
Yeah, but that's in every relationship. You have to do that anyway, right?
Oh man,
Right,
are you in a long-term relationship?
I am not.
Neither am I. So Izzy, I guess you.
I don't know.
I guess you win. I don't know. I guess that's how it works.
All right, podcast closed.
But if your gentleman says, I'm just really feeling Barney the dinosaur tonight.
Hey.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants it.
Would you shapeshift into the person who plays Barney, or would you shapeshift into the costume?
Has
well, what are the rules?
Affection.
What are the rules, Maddox?
Oh, I thought for a second you were saying shapeshift into the person who plays Barney, and I'm like, who would be into that? No one knows who that guy is.
But do you know what I mean? When you shapeshift into someone, do you get their clothes? Because technically Barney, spoiler, is a costume.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Shapeshifting into a person? Or can we shapeshift into objects too? Because that would be an object.
That's
right.
true.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think for this one, because we have to pick some sort of boundaries.
Okay.
So I'm going to say you have to shape into something person-sized.
Okay.
So not too much bigger or too much smaller than yourself. I don't know how much we want to limit that, but Okay, maybe you could
So
get two
I can't
mascot
be Yao
costume
Ming.
signs.
So
but
I can't be taller?
You can't.
What is the point of this? For the record,
saying-
I'm 4'11", and
I'm saying you can't turn into like a quarter. You can't turn into like a building.
Right.
okay,
Right.
all right, okay.
I'm just saying like plus or minus 2 feet. Let's say that should be
Okay.
still fine. for
three.
you.
Let's say three.
3.
Let's
How
see.
big do you want to be?
I don't know. A tree. A sapling, I guess.
A small tree, maybe.
small-
Like a
tree.
bonsai tree?
Like an 8-foot bonsai tree?
Oh, no, a tall tree.
Yeah,
I
we're
was talking
thinking-
about small.
That's fair. That's on me. That's on me. I didn't specify.
Do we want to specify that it has to be a person-like object too, or are we going to allow trees?
Let's do peoples.
I thought people.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do, yeah.
Let's agree on people then. So
Yeah, or character, people characters, like personified creatures.
So
Does that make
not
sense?
animals.
No.
People.
okay, so
We're
yeah.
not animorphs.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
so
do that.
so no Barney, only guy who plays Barney.
Yes.
Thank
There you go.
I'm
Hey.
glad we landed on that. I
But
really
yeah,
wanted
but
to.
like it can be
listening.
something human shaped. So like you could turn into Spock because he just has pointy ears. It's like it's not that bad. It's just something. If it's something very unhuman,
Exactly.
I'd
Okay,
say no.
but can you turn into like? Are we thinking Spock is a real person? Or are you turning?
That's
the
why I
actor?
said characters.
Okay.
yeah, I'm just saying it's not that different from a human. It's not so different, right? It's just like a tweak on a human, as
Okay.
opposed to like again.
So in this world, we can be aliens.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Great.
Because we're just shape shifting into their form. I don't think you get like any associated powers. Like you don't get telepathy because you turn
Right.
into Spock.
No,
you
you just look
like
like it.
Spock.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That always bothered me in the X-Men movies when Mystique had the claws, and she would still be able to, but obviously, like if Wolverine actually like her, then it would be like obviously it's not real, but she could still claw, and I'm like, how?
I mean that makes sense that
It's
she
part
would
of
still
his-
have claw. Like that's still part of his shape. Yeah.
Part of his bone structure.
No. But if she like claws into metal, it would work.
Did it? Was there any point where she like clawed something
I
metal?
don't know, not metal. Okay, maybe not metal, but she clawed people. I guess if you
Yeah.
claw skin, it's like nails. Okay,
It wouldn't hurt as
So
much.
it's like- yeah,
She'd
exactly.
probably be good on flesh, but not on bone.
Yeah.
She
All
definitely,
right.
if they
Fair
tried
enough.
to cross blades, that would not go well.
Yes.
We might be getting too much into X-Men
Okay.
lore for the start of this, but we can go back to that later. I just saw Alia's eyes glaze over a little.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
A little?
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
was like,
Fine.
who? No, I
So
know.
All right,
I
so-
would use my powers for role playing.
Role play. Okay.
For
well,
sexual role playing.
both.
Sure.
Maybe. I mean, we also are all actors and performers. We'd probably
Mm-hmm.
use it sometimes just to find a cheap costume.
That's true. You would save so much on props.
Oh my gosh, we would win the Halloween costume every year.
That is what I would use this superpower for.
It's a perfectly fair way to use your powers.
And that's how you get money.
But let's see if it's worth it, because now we have to make sure we come up with a cost.
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah, Alia, do you want to start us off? Do you have an idea for a cost if you wanted to get shape shifting?
Okay, you shapeshift, but you retain a part of that for like a month. Do you know what I mean? So like, for example, if you shape shifted into Spock, you may or may not retain
the pointy ears.
the pointy ears for a month.
So just like one part that doesn't go back when you turn it off.
Yeah, you don't get to choose
For a month.
for a month.
Okay, so let's say you tried to reuse the power again within a month, and then you go back. Do you have both now? Like you have like Spock's ears plus a cat tail because you
Yes.
turned into like a cat lady or something.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, okay, I think that's good because yeah, if you overuse it, it'll build up, and it's
Yeah.
definitely a cost that like comes into play a lot. It lasts for a month. I like that. Yeah,
That's really, I
Yeah.
like that.
Thank you, thank you.
I think some people. Okay, so the people who would not be that affected by it would be the people who are using it to take on humanoid animal forms, like the furries, right? Basically, because they're like, okay, going back to having a tail the rest of the time, that's cool. Like they like it. Like they're like, that's a cool little thing to have the rest of the month.
Hold on. Do you get to choose which part?
No.
Oh, no.
Though that might make it hard to work if you work in like the service industry and now you have
Yeah.
a snout for a month.
You'd have to explain it. Are you keeping it a secret or are you open? You know what I mean? They're like, why do you have different color eyes? Why are your eyebrows weird? Why are your eyebrows bushier? Actually, I don't know why I'm focusing on eyebrows. I feel like that's an easy fix. You can
Easiest fix, you can
that's
just
the
tweeze
easiest fix.
I mean, unless your eyebrows disappear, then that's the one thing that's super noticeable about
There are
eyebrows.
so many things you can do now.
draw on the top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Makeup.
Makeup.
I did not think of makeup for some reason. I should have thought of makeup.
Okay, yeah. So you could, but then you could, yeah, your nose could be different for a month.
So yeah, that'd be big implications for, you're working in everyday life. And you would try to explain it away because you probably wouldn't want people to know you have magic powers because, you might at some point decide to take over the world. And you don't want people to know it was you because you're the only shapeshifter around.
That's true.
So you try to explain it away like it's a costuming mistake or...
You just wear a mask for a month.
Wear a mask on top of it to hide it. Yeah, it'd be hard to work around.
Also, if we're talking about like personified creatures / people, if you just shapeshift into people, I don't know. Like I feel like I could make it work.
What if you're like 6 feet for a month? 6 foot tall.
Well, you brought up eye color. I think for a lot of people, like if you notice if someone's eye color changed enough, like if you went from like green to hazel, I might not notice. But if you go from like, brown to blue,
Yeah.
or even like bright yellow, because maybe you were mean Lieutenant Commander Data for a bit, and
Of course.
But contacts, colored
Exactly.
contacts,
Right, you
and,
could cover
and
it up.
shaded eyeglasses, which I think if you had this like superpower, you would have that.
Did you just call shades shaded eyeglasses?
No, you know what I mean? Tinted lenses is what
normally
I mean.
just referred to as sunglasses. Yeah.
No. Wait, what? They're like glasses. They were okay. Maybe I'm aging myself, but back in early 2000s, people were buying like blue colored or yellow colored lenses.
Sunglasses.
Right, but those are still
No,
sunglasses.
they were like
shades.
no, they weren't. People were like, I don't know. They were normal glasses. I guess they were shades of people. Now that you're bringing that, okay, fine.
I mean, they were colored lenses.
So you could just wear colored lenses.
Yes, you can.
Is
But-
what I'm saying.
But yes, sunglasses is the term
People
for
would
that.
notice something different, but they wouldn't think you have a superpower. They'd think you're making a weird fashion choice.
Yeah. I guess the way we keep on talking about it is like the whole reason we got this wish was so that we could do costuming better. And then we still need to have all our costume supplies to make up for the cost. The rest of the month, we're like, all right, now how do I hide the thing that I ended up with because I used this to go to Fan Expo? So you still got to keep all your stuff, but you just don't have to work as hard for your costume, I guess.
But also, wait, going back to that, do you shapeshift your clothes as well?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you shapeshift your clothes, yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty sweet. I would like shapeshift into Paris Fashion Week people all the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you know what? I would just shapeshift my clothes every day. Oh my gosh, I'd be so cheap on clothes.
But Alia's cost still applies. So let's say you shapeshift into something and you get stuck with a scarf for a month.
Oh yeah, you just are stuck. You can't remove it.
No, because it would be part of... It's stuck, right?
It's stuck. That's a cool.
So if you change your... it could be your ears, it could be your eyes. It's just part of the shapeshift to
That's
get stuck.
true.
Interesting.
So it could end up being part of the clothes that you just
So
stuck wearing.
person will be like, "Why are you wearing that ball gown for a month? What's happening?"
Oh, that sucks too, because Canada's weather is like cold, then hot, then cold, then hot in like
Yeah.
a day.
Also, just there's a lot of places that going to in a ball gown is deeply inappropriate. Or like, so let's say you just get into something like very sci-fi, very like a space marine or something like that. And then like someone passes away that you know and you have to go to their funeral.
And you're wearing. I mean, that's not funny. Why am I laughing?
Wearing
But
like
it's
the
pretty
Halo
funny.
armor or something like that. And it's like, why are you doing this? You're like, I just needed to pay my respects. And I
Well,
can't
if
take
it's
it off.
Halo armor and it's just one part, it's not going to be the whole.
Could be the helmet though.
Could be the helmet. Then
Black suit and helmet.
you can just say, I'm really grieving and I don't want anyone to know, so I'm hiding.
That would not fly in my family.
Yeah, no, that would work for
For your
sure.
families, maybe? I don't know. Not mine.
No, okay. My family would be like, all right.
Yeah, Shirley
Alright.
would have something
It's
to
just
say
Izzy
about
being
that.
Izzy. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how balanced this. I think this is a good start. Yeah.
Yeah, great, cool.
Let's move on to Izzy. Do you have an idea for a cost?
Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about the cost. Oh, okay. I don't know. Pretty. It's pretty chill. Pretty chill. You can shapeshift into anyone, anything, or whatever. But you still have your voice.
I mean, you still have
I
your
guess
voice
if
now.
you're
Yeah,
like-
that's not
No,
much of a
but like-
cost.
But like, if you can't impersonate.
Yeah,
anyone.
so if like I tried to be like a world leader, I
Yeah.
would the world leader, even if it was like Obama per se, would sound like me.
Okay, maybe we can just tweak this a little bit to make it a little worse, though. So
Yeah. Let's do that.
whenever you shapeshift, it randomizes your voice.
That's pretty great.
And just you never get to go back to your original. It just every time you do it, you end up with a different voice.
That's interesting too, because for role play, then you can be like, you can look like Paris Hilton, but sound like James Earl Jones.
Yeah,
That's pretty hot.
which actually is pretty hot. You may have just found my kink. Neither of those things on their own, but together, ooh.
There you
I'm
go.
into it. I'm into it.
Ooh.
But yeah, like you can't really
worth
do
it.
any. You can't do any undercover stuff unless you can just
Yeah.
find an excuse to keep your mouth shut because you don't know what your voice is going to sound like when you open it.
I don't know. I have to talk to my partner about that. But honestly, I don't think they'll be into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it's nice because it goes to the rest of your life because the rest of the time you still have to explain why your voice keeps changing every time you show up at work.
Oh, wait. So your voice changes like even after you shift back?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you want to keep it being a cost, right? Like, so it every time you use the power, it changes your voice and it doesn't go back. It just next time you use the power, it changes again.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Wouldn't work for me. I couldn't do that.
No.
I can't do that.
I think I would have a blast with it, honestly. Like I could just be, I don't know. Well, I couldn't be an actor, that's for sure.
That's the thing.
It would
Like,
be
I
hard
feel
to be
like
consistent. Well, I mean, you wouldn't. Yeah.
I like controlling my voice. Can you tell?
You might luck out as an actor. You might luck out to just be only use the power once per thing you get booked on. Every time you go to an audition, like they just say like, all right, I'm locked in this voice until I find out about that audition.
Right. And then you're like, okay, now I have to be this voice for 10 years for seasons 1 to 10.
Oh yeah, if you get a
So that means
show.
you can't shapeshift for 10 seasons too.
Yeah, but if you do a day actor thing, then you can do different shows and have different voices, and then everyone will go like, he's got so much range.
It's true. And it's like, what? They only take the one job once. They never do sequels. Just like
Never
Meryl
reprise the same
Streep.
role. Yeah.
Meryl Streep doesn't do sequels.
Oh, is that a rule?
She wasn't in Mamma Mia too?
They're yes, no.
Is she? I don't know.
Did
I
you
haven't.
just tear down her theory right away?
I think that was a spoiler.
What?
No, I don't know. I haven't seen
I
it.
mean, like,
I
she-
just assume.
I don't think she is.
Okay, cool.
I don't know.
Surprise.
I haven't seen
Neither
any
have
Mamma
I.
Mia.
Neither have I. But that's kind of like such a diva thing, you know what I mean? Like, oh, only does one project once.
Yeah, sometimes that adds to your mystique. If you
Yeah.
have a couple special rules, everyone
Yeah.
just goes like, oh,
I
they must be really serious that they have a reason for this.
Yeah, I would do that.
The reason is because they a shapeshifter, fool.
They don't know about your powers.
You could never do so you'd have to really pick. So if you got into Lord of the Rings, for example, you couldn't do anything else, right? And Lord of the Rings was like a 7-year.
It was 3 movies for the main one, but yeah, they probably took multiple years to film them because they were long movies.
And some of them were still in The Hobbit too. But
Right.
then I guess if you have that rule of no sequels.
I think everyone who was in The Hobbit regrets that anyway. Like they all thought we should have just stopped with Lord of the Rings. I think that was just an excuse to for Peter Jackson to pay his favorite cast for a bunch of more movies.
Oh yeah.
Because it didn't have the same heart that they put into Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah. All about the money. Sorry. Continue.
Which is why I would shapeshift. Yeah. No, I would take that cost on.
You can figure that out.
I would
you
do
can
it.
make it work.
Yeah. I
What-
would never wear colored glasses for a month.
I could do that. See, I could do your cost more than I could do my cost.
What would you guys think would be if you knew the voice randomizer was coming up? What would you be hoping for, and what would you be hoping not to get? You think of voices?
Ooh, I would love to try a voice once. Any voice, really. That's just so fun.
Just to see how it feels.
Yeah. I think it'll be like a lottery thing if you shapeshift into something or someone and the voice is actually that person, then it's like, hey, bingo!
Yeah. It's not very good odds, but it could happen.
Exactly.
Or it's something close enough, yeah.
Yeah.
The kind of voices that I wouldn't want to get, I think if you have a voice that has a lot of character, you can really do anything with it. But there are voices that are just so boring, just so boring.
But aren't they like, those are character voices in itself, I feel.
If I got a singer's voice, do you think I could sing? Or is that like playing the piano?
I didn't even think about like a musical career.
Yeah, because I was thinking like,
Do you?
I don't know.
Because you don't have the technique of singing still. You have their voice, but you can't.
Maybe I'm still like halfway there though. Like closer than this thing that I'm using right now.
I don't know.
Because I was thinking my like best case scenario, I think, would probably be like John Mayer's singing voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a sexy voice.
It's a sexy voice.
Yeah. And then like the worst case scenario, I think, for voice would be if I got like a lady with a sexy baby voice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I just had to live life like that. That would not work out well for me.
That's like a YouTube career for you, man.
Yeah. You'll be like, remember Fred? That oh, hey, guys, blah, blah, but it was like fast forwarded or something. But do you know
I do not know what you're talking about right now.
What?
I have no
This
idea
is
what you're
like
talking about.
OG YouTube. Did I peek?
A little, probably.
But okay,
fine.
never mind. Look up Fred. And
Well, what is
Oh yeah, that'll be an easy search term. Nothing else will come up for Fred.
Trust me, put Fred YouTube, and there's only one.
It's not Fred Flintstone?
No, it was this kid, and
Fred
he
Armiston?
was like, no,
Right,
it's
that's a person.
kid. Guys, come on.
I was trying to start a game where we just kept on mentioning other people named Fred, and then I ran out of Freds that I could think of.
I'm like,
At
is he
two.
not wrong?
There you go. See?
I mean, like, I didn't even think really it was the Flintstones, but that was the only one I could think of.
I mean, Nietzsche,
no.
but he would never go by Fred.
Who's the guy from that?
Penner?
Penner?
He's a children's
Fred
performer.
Astaire?
Fred Durst?
Wait.
Fred Durst was
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit, yeah.
There
He's
you
Limp
go. That's
Bizkit.
a Fred. Fred Durst.
Is Fred Astaire a person?
It is a person. I
Yeah.
don't.
Is
Old
it
timey
Fred? It is
singer
Fred.
dancer.
Is
I think.
it?
I believe. Yes.
I believe
Fred.
it's Fred, yeah.
Fred Astaire. Great.
Oh,
4
gosh.
Freds.
There you go.
We got enough Fred. You know what? We got in the middle of that. We didn't quite prove your point or not, but let's move on to my cost then. All right.
Yeah.
So I've thought up an idea. So you can change yourself to any form you want, but you lose the ability to see how other people are dressed.
Wait, what?
Let me explain. So whenever you look at anyone, in your mind, they're just wearing a gray jumpsuit. So you can't figure out from context clues, like if they're dressed for work or if they're wearing like sexy clothing.
I don't mind that at all.
Really? Because you were going to use this for sexual role play.
Yeah, but if they're dressed, like, I'm fine. I can get off from
From a gray jumpsuit?
from a gray
Oh,
jumpsuit.
so it's only
yeah.
a gray jumpsuit, which I
Yeah,
think
that's
Or
what I'm
like
is...
a
saying.
paper bag or
like
something.
the most like bland sort of clothing. So you can't see what they're wearing. Can't figure it out. You just see them in their most bland setup, like gray jumpsuit. Their hair is flat.
Hold up. What if they're
no
naked?
makeup. They still look to you like they're wearing a gray jumpsuit.
That's what I'm saying.
You could
But
feel
how
it
do you
out.
have sex with that?
You can feel it out, but you can't see
Oh,
it.
you can feel it. Oh, that'd be interesting. It's like doing it in the dark, but not. Oh, guys.
Your
this
kinks
is
are
interesting.
confusing.
I'm very confused.
I did not expect that reaction at all.
Yeah, me neither.
I like that one. I would go for that one.
So are you saying your current partner looks better in a gray jumpsuit?
No, I'm saying like
Let's go, confession time.
no, but that's only if I. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no, all the time.
Oh, so
I'm
just
saying-
like
Oh, all the time.
So this is you get the power to shapeshift as much as you want, whenever you want. There's no like limit on that. But you can't see what other people are wearing, any of that sort of stuff. So you
Okay.
can't get ideas either, because if you'd watch movies and stuff, you could only shapeshift into things that you've seen before because you don't know what new things
exactly.
would look like.
But when did you acquire this power, though? Is it now?
It's today, I guess, yeah. The genie's waiting outside. As you leave this podcast today, the genie's going to be there like, you going to take it or not? And he's in a hurry.
But
He's waiting for a
everyone
cab.
still sees me as, and everyone's still I'd still take it.
Really? But I feel like the value of you being able to do that somewhat disappears. Do you know what I mean? Because like if you're in a Comic-Con and you're there to celebrate and you're like, ooh, look at me, I have a cool costume, but you
It
can't...
would not be fun to go to Comic-Con and look at
Yeah.
other people's cosplay because everyone's just in a gray jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
So it's like
fashion
it's like
shows.
being blind in a way.
It's like I think you have the ability to cook the best food, but you can't taste any good cooking.
Oh, that's horrible. Stop. No.
Is that not? It kind of feels.
It's kind of like that, but for clothes. It's like the fashion version of that.
I could not. I love clothes so much. I like looking at clothes. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's a hard no for me.
I'm fine with it.
You're fine with it?
Like, I don't mind. Yeah. I mean.
Well, we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves, jumping into whether we take this one or not.
Oh, okay.
We're just kind of exploring the
Sorry.
implications because we're about to do the recap. Does anyone think of any other implications I haven't maybe thought of through this, or any questions about how it might work?
So you would lose the ability to see like clothes forever.
Yes, and I'm going to say that this is going to apply to all media too. So if you're looking through an old book, if you're watching a show on TV, anything else, you just always see people wearing a gray jumpsuit, hair flat, no makeup.
I feel like my confidence would skyrocket.
I actually agree. I feel like my confidence would skyrocket and the
Yeah.
world would be a nicer. Oh, but then everyone else is still functioning as though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Which is
from
fine
their perspective.
for me. Yeah. Because then you have all this confidence and they're like, whoa, why is that person so confident? Because, hey.
Oh,
It's
back
like
to
that
mascots,
underwear thing.
those would look creepy now. Because, like, think about how someone acts inside a mascot suit, and they're normally interacting with children, and now
I
they're
would
just
love
wearing a
to
gray
see that.
jumpsuit, and they're just
Hilarious.
they're acting like boop 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 in front of someone, but they're not wearing anything. Other
You
than
know
a
what's
gray
funny?
jumpsuit.
I feel like I know people that do that in real life without the costume anyway. That's how they actually act, you know? So.
Yeah, I can think of a couple people who are basically
Right?
human
Yeah.
mascots. Yeah.
I think as a single woman, that would be hard. I know you shouldn't judge a book by your cover, but come on. Like, there are certain things that, you know, like you want to make sure you're aesthetic. Like, as a single lady, like, you want to make sure you're kind of aesthetically on board.
Well,
but
I
then
mean,
it
yeah,
doesn't matter.
You do read into someone's fashion a little bit about their personality. Yeah, probably socioeconomic class and sort of stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying.
You
How
would
am I
have
gonna-
no idea of. Yeah.
How am I
That
going
would
to know
be
if
so fun.
I'd have to ask for their bank account?
You should not be asking for those bank accounts.
Well, if I can't tell by the okay.
Maybe talk to people.
Oh, fine. Did I say I'm single?
Just open with conversation.
Oh, is that how you do
Yeah.
it?
Step one, anyway.
Right. Okay, great.
I have not figured out step two.
Noted.
I have not gotten past that. So
Okay, I'm trying to think of like implications. My gut, outside of my clear, like judgmental, classist view on dating, I actually do feel like that would be kind of a nice world. You're right.
Yeah.
I agree. I would be more confident because like it would matter less. It's kind of like the whole point of why a lot of schools adopt uniforms because then
Yeah.
everyone's the same class.
Yeah, exactly.
all right, let me throw this out just as a thought. We can take it or leave it. What if instead of the gray jumpsuit idea, would this be a pro or con if everyone was naked?
Yes.
Is that better or worse or
I think
grosser?
For me, I love
I
seeing
actually
people
think
naked.
that's better.
Yeah, I think so too.
Have you ever been to Hanlon's Point?
I have not.
Love.
The nude beach?
yeah.
After a certain point, you're like, I feel great about the world.
Yeah, I love seeing people naked. Oh, I just love.
Or, I don't know if this is a shirt, but Oasis Aqua Lounge?
They're not currently a sponsor, but hopefully.
You should.
They host some of the other podcasts on this network. So
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like, I'm just saying, after a while, you're just like,
Yeah, exactly.
body positive. I honestly think, like, going to Hanlon's Point, just going to a room full of, like, nude people and how, like, positive they are, made me feel overall positive
Yeah.
about how I am.
I would love that scenario.
You know what? I would love...
okay, so I guess I'm going to reel that back then.
Okay.
I thought maybe it would be distracting. I feel like I would be distracted by that much nudity.
Wait a minute.
It would be normalized, though.
So I can
but
never.
it's just you. It's only you that sees this. So you think you would normalize it. It's not that everyone's naked. It's just that you see everyone as naked.
Oh, then you're, like, basically breaking everyone's
privacy.
privacy.
Kind of too, yeah.
Oh,
I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna say like, oh, how's that mole going? Like, no, like I'm still gonna be discreet about it.
All right. I think it's more balanced at the jumpsuit level, but we'll play.
Wait though. But I have a question with the jumpsuit.
Sure.
So does that mean you can never see anyone naked?
Yeah, I guess.
I
guess
love
that's a big cost there.
nakedness.
Yeah.
I love nakedness too much to give that away. I'm sorry.
so
Like
okay.
I would give away fashion, but I won't give away the sensuality of seeing someone naked.
So maybe like everyone's clothes always looks like a gray jumpsuit to you, but if they take off their clothes, you still see them
that's
naked.
perfect for me.
Okay, but
Actually,
is
that
this
might be more fair because now I'm suddenly thinking of like if you were a doctor
Yeah.
and someone comes in with a grievous injury and you're like, okay, let's get the shirt off so I can see how bad this is. And you're like, I can't see through the jumpsuit. Magic jumpsuit in the way.
Yeah.
so you
They
couldn't
die
be,
on your table.
you couldn't be a doctor.
But now, if we're doing the you can be naked, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think we'll bring it to that zone. Yeah, you can't see anyone's fashion, but you can see them naked if they take their clothes off. So let's recap real quick. So the 3 costs that we came up with. So you can shapeshift, but one thing will always stay on for a month afterwards when you turn it off. You can shapeshift, but every time you do, your voice randomizes forever. And 3, you can shapeshift, but you see everyone else as in gray jumpsuits, hair flat, no makeup.
All right.
Which of these feels most balanced to you? Which one's giving you that sort of like, I don't know, maybe yes, no?
The most balance, I feel like the first one.
That's the one thing stays.
Oh, one thing stays?
Because it's a month, so you can take a break from it and stuff.
Can you take a month off easily in your
Shape-shifting?
life?
No, of shape-shifting, I mean. That's what...
But I'm saying, like, we're saying that one thing sticks, and if it's a thing that, like, makes it so you can't go to work, like, it's a...
Yeah, but if
I guess
you...
we say we could hide a lot of them if it's a person you're turning into.
Exactly. That's the thing. If you just constantly shapeshift into people, I think you're fine. And if you're worried about height, you just shapeshift into that person, but your height, you know, you can easily... I think you can easily maneuver that.
Right, that's hard because like if you shapeshift, if you were like stuck as someone who's like 6 feet tall,
Yeah.
and then you shapeshifted into someone who's like 5 feet tall, what would happen? So like let's say I shapeshifted into name anyone tall, but a basketball
Yao
player.
Ming.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yao
okay.
Ming's very tall.
And then you're like, I'm gonna be Bruno Mars now. So would you get like a 6-foot Bruno Mars?
No, because we said you
amazing.
could change your height.
Oh, okay, I forgot that part.
But what if that's... Oh, that's
the
interesting
thing
because
that
what if that's the
sticks.
thing that sticks?
What if that's the thing that
if it's
sticks?
the thing that
Sorry,
sticks.
yes.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Then no, yeah, I guess you'd get stuck if the thing that sticks happens to be your height.
Yeah.
So then you'd be a 6-foot Bruno Mars.
Or, if it's the thing that sticks is like just the length of your legs, like your legs stay. So
my
you're
God,
like
that's so
Bruno
funny.
Mars, top, Yao Ming legs.
But see, that's why I would maneuver it in a way that I would just stay my height, but
How would you
shapeshift into-
maneuver it?
What do you mean? I'll shape. Let's say I'll just be like.
Oh, like you wouldn't pick someone taller than you to shapeshift into.
Yeah.
Not
or
by
if
like more than an inch or two.
Yeah, exactly. Or if I would, let's say I would want to do Yao Ming for some reason, I'd
You gotta get some sweet dunks in.
Sorry?
You gotta get some sweet dunks in.
That's true.
No, but I don't want the tallness. Then I'd shapeshift into him, but like my height still.
I can't see why you'd want to do that.
You don't have that power.
Yeah, no, you could. Because you
that's
can pick what you
shapeshifting.
shapeshift into, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, fine.
Because even a thing
You
we
have to
could do
design it
here,
in
and
your
I'm not
head.
sure how your cost would work on this, but let's say you wake up, you got a bunch of zits. Like they just popped up. You got zits, maybe you got a cut or something, and you're like, my face. You could shapeshift into a version of yourself that doesn't have those. Then what sticks with you is just a better part of you, like a cleared up complexion version of you.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So that
wow.
cost doesn't work for that. Like you could basically get away with that as much as you wanted.
That's true.
See?
That's true. That's not a cost at all.
Oh yeah, so that one might not work for balancing just because you can
Oh,
you
so
can basically
everyone's
turn
the
it
same.
into I'm always the best version of myself at no cost because the only thing that would stick would be a better version of yourself aesthetically.
But
I mean,
then
we're
you
all our
would
best
hate
selves.
yourself so much. No?
Would you?
I think so. You're like, I just want to be a better version of myself. That's not really myself.
I don't think that
You
like
gotta love yourself.
my zits are me though, right? Like, hey, if you change too much, then it's not me anymore. But just cleaning up my complexion and
Get
maybe
a
getting
tan
that.
in the summer.
Yeah,
That's so true.
maybe dyeing my hair. Yeah, a tan is something I could really use.
Yeah.
What a cool superpower.
See?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
this is
You're
not a
using
cost
it softly,
anymore.
but it's a soft usage, but definitely then it becomes no cost at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, fine.
Would any of us ever take the one where it's the voice? Because I feel like, I don't think I could work
I
with that very
cannot.
long.
I love my voice too much. Or like playing around with voice.
I honestly think I would do it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I could make a lot of money.
like voice acting with a cool voice and then just stopping.
Yeah.
Never taking that role twice.
I would like really play up that mystique 100%. And then
But you
when
can't control it. The fact that you can't
yeah,
control
it's
it.
all good. I'll be like, no one will see me. I'll just be so rich.
Yeah, it's just so, yeah, I feel like for me, yes, the loss of control would be hard.
Yeah, because also you have to.
I got to call my mom every week. And then when I do, it's like, who's this? Well, it's your son. And she's like,
I feel
doesn't
like
sound
my
like
mom
him.
can. I can tell my mom that I have superpowers of that.
Would you tell? Are we allowed to tell our family?
I mean, you can tell whoever you want, but I mean, you got to think about the implications of people knowing you have magic powers. Maybe government hunts you down and uses you for science because they don't know that science is not magic. Or people just asking you to do party tricks. It's like,
I would be so rich, I think. Maybe I'm overestimating my my business prowess, but I really think that I could make a killing from voice acting and people don't necessarily have to see
But
who I
you
am.
also have to, like, let's say there's a breakdown, but then your voice isn't. So do you have to are you going to keep changing until you find, let's say the breakdown is wanted Darth Vader sounding person. So, and right now you have the baby voice. So what do you do with that? Do you just keep changing until you...
You can basically keep shuffling until you get something ish,
And
but it's
then
random,
you
so
can
you don't
never
know.
get, but the ones that you did before,
Oh,
you never
you're
get
right,
those.
because it's like the effect. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's work. Work's hard. Gotta put in the work to earn that money. Am I thinking about this too much in a career sense? Because, yeah, I guess like the day would be like you get a breakdown and then you shape shift it into a thing, but then the voice doesn't match it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to hope they match. And odds are they probably won't, just considering how many
Yeah.
voices there are in the world and how many forms there are in the world.
Okay.
You still think you would try to get a go? Give it a little do?
Yeah.
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, I would. I think so.
All right.
I just think it's just like a weird, interesting thing they could easily like capitalize on.
And I think non-actors probably wouldn't be as worried about this either.
Yeah.
A lot of people just have fun with it, being able to shapeshift all the time.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
They'd get over it.
I think the fact that, I think because it is like related to acting, that's why it's so precious.
Like,
I
can
think
you-
I would not take it for the same reasons of
Yeah.
like, I use my voice. I'm kind of fond of it. I'm used to it at this point, at least.
Yeah,
Kind of figured it out mostly.
for sure.
Except for when my words.
Yeah, me too.
But-
But I think that's more of a brain thing than my voice.
That might be
For me.
That might be the brain's fault. Yeah.
I'm like bored of my voice. Why do we only have one voice?
But you don't. That's what I'm saying. If you can control it. Anywho, results.
You want to try?
I'm ready for a new voice.
Do you want to try another one real quick just before we wrap up?
Like what?
Like a new voice.
What?
Yeah, just give one a whirl.
No.
You're gonna end up having so many
Really?
voices anyway. Just give a new one a whirl.
I don't know.
Let's go. Yeah, go like.
give me like a-
Vader-ish character. Not necessarily Vader himself. I'm not saying you have to do an impersonation,
Okay.
but do like a foreboding, evil, scary character.
All right. Give me a phrase to say.
Your defenses will fall before us.
In a Vader voice?
In a Vader-esque voice.
Okay. Okay. Your. No, I got this. Your
Let her finish.
defenses will fall before us.
Bang on. Bang
Right?
on.
That was Vader?
Perfect.
I would make a
Vader-esque.
killing.
It's Vader with like a vocal fry.
Yeah.
It's reminding me
your
of-
father.
It's reminding me of Vader mixed with the boss from Office Space.
Oh my god.
Vader with vocal fry. Imagine Vader like Mean Girls, like a Mean Girls phrase, like "You can't sit with us." No,
perfect.
yeah, it's Vader.
All
Thanks.
right, let's wrap up the episode. So we went with you can change to any person shape you want, but every time you do, your voice randomly changes, and it doesn't change back until you change form again. Alia was cool to take this wish. Izzy and I did not want it. What about you, audience? Would you take this wish? And are there any other wishes you'd like to hear us break down? Well, that's what we came up with, but we want to hear from you. Your wishes, your thoughts, whether you take this wish or not. You can find us on Twitter at breakawishpod, email breakawishpod@gmail.com, join the Break-A-Wish discussion group on Facebook, and you can support the show by writing a review, telling a friend, or donating on our website. Find all this information at breakawish.ca. For more Alia Rasul, check out Yas Queen, monthly at Bad Dog, Humans of Improv, monthly at Bad Dog, and Tita Collective with their ongoing projects. Or just go to her website, aliarazul.com. For more Isabel Kanaan, you can do all those same shows above, plus D&D Live twice a month at Bad Dog, and look her up at her website, isabelkanaan.com. This is a Kicks and Giggles entertainment production hosted by Maddox Campbell, themed by Matthew Reed, cover art by Justin Langford, and a proud member of the Sonar Podcast Network. More podcasts at thesonarnetwork.com. Before I go, some wishes don't take a whole episode. I call these summary judgments. Rika, at Dancing Machine on Twitter, said, "Wish I could share the word killig to the world." Which I looked up the word killig and found, in the context of Philippine culture, the tag-along word killig refers to the feeling of excitement due to various romantic situations such as making first eye contact with one's crush or watching another person propose to someone. Okay, so all languages get killig, but the cost is they also get a gross word from every other language too, like moist. So, what would you wish for?
This podcast has been brought to you by the Sonar Network. Sonar!
Once upon a time, there were dragons, fairies, wishes, and farmers. These aren't your happy endings for your overachievers, or your precious babes with bright futures. This is Fairy Tales for Unwanted Children, an excellent, unsettling podcast, says Tampa Dad 66. As calming as it is eerie, Becca James of avclub.com. Wow, that was pretty good. You, about 15 minutes from now. Fairy Tales for Unwanted Children. unwantedchildren.ca.
Ever wonder where actors really go inside their minds?
Or maybe just what the difference is between being depressed and being an asshole?
I'm Kaylee LeGrand.
And I'm Tanya Bevan.
And if you have similar shower thoughts, listen to us knuckleheads on We're Totally Not Okay.
But that's okay.
A podcast about the intersection between mass media culture and mental health.
Come check us out.